What's up, guys? Texas fan of rehab here, man. Let's go ahead and get into this free agency talk, man. First and foremost, I want to say thank you guys to everybody that subscribed to the channel, man. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, please give me a like, give me a follow, share. Man, we want to get this channel up to speed, man. We want to get the numbers up, man. So if we can get to 500 subscribers, that's my goal for short term. Of course, we're trying to get to a million further, later on. But, we can try to get these numbers up, man. This would be great, man. So I appreciate you guys for checking in with me. First and foremost, let's just jump right into it. We covered running backs this week, man. So free agent running backs is going to be a huge talking point when it comes to the Texans. And, we got a lot of guys that are looking pretty, attractive, pause, as far as what the Texans can come for in the free agency period. And so one of the names that I really would like for the Texans to go after, and, free agency is going to have to kind of cover a lot of bases when it comes to this, but one guy that's top of the list for me is Saquon Barkley, man. Number 26 out there in New York, man. I would love to see Saquon Barkley come here to the Texans, man. I would love to see him satisfy that role of the starting running back who is the most versatile player on the field. I mean, of course, Tank Dell is probably the most versatile player on the field for the Texans when healthy. But, I think that we could have Saquon Barkley in this offense, running the zone offense, catching the ball out of the backfield, doing things that, we were lacking in, basically splitting between several different bodies, if you will, between Damian Pierce and Motor and Mike Boone and Daria Gumbawale, where, we could have a full cycle running back in the backfield who can block, who can receive, who can run, who can do it all, right? I think that if we can get our hands on a guy like Saquon Barkley, of course, this is a tremendous, big whale catch for us if we can get this pulled off, hopefully. Of course, the Giants can still counter. They have the opportunity to put Saquon on a franchise contract again. We'll see how that turns out. But this is an opportunity that I think that the Texans will be foolish to pass up on if they get the opportunity at a good number to go after Saquon Barkley. Number 2 on my wish list is going to be Derrick Henry. Now, I know Derrick Henry is a little bit older in the tooth. Cool. He's definitely retired his time in Tennessee. I think that's pretty well been clear that he and Tennessee are going in different directions. But what we have as far as an opportunity with Derrick Henry is a guy who could come and fill in the gaps for us and what we might have. If, say, we keep Devin Singletary, we can bring in Derrick Henry in a role where he can satisfy all the short distance downs. He can satisfy the goal line plays. Every once in a while he might get some, spell Devin Singletary and get some, some real action in the backfield. Guy that can grind and bust the heads of the defense for a while. Pause. but we have an opportunity in a guy that's a massive back who comes from Alabama. Hey, who else comes from Alabama, right? Like, there's a bevy of guys on the team from Alabama. So, maybe he can get some Roll Tide love going on as far as with the squad and the connection. As far as I know, if I can recall right, there is a number 22 on the roster, but he's going to be out the door. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's an opportunity there that, satisfies all of those different options. It would be dope to see Derrick Henry rocking number 22 for the Texans and, staying in the conference and beating up on Tennessee and, giving them the what for all of the time and memories that he's had with them and all. Great. But being able to do it with the up and coming team, being able to do it in support of CJ Stroud, being able to get out there and lessen the holes and the gaps that we have on our O-line and maybe expose, show them another way of how to get things done, man. Like, these are really great opportunities that I look forward to out of this squad, man. So Derrick Henry is number 2 on my list. For the third option, it's a pretty easy option, to be honest with you. It's basically to re-sign Devin Singletary. I mean, now I may have spoke about Derrick Henry being a backup or coming off the bench or in a supporting role. That's because I think that the mileage that he has on his body is already a significant amount, and we definitely need a younger, fresher body in front of him so that he's got some time. He's got his legs still latter part of the season. I want to see him be able to make a push towards the playoffs. So, let's put Derek to the side for now. Okay, cool. But I think Devin Singletary, who signed a 1 year show me deal last year, he has an option. He's definitely shown us what he can do out there in the field. And so I think that his contract is player friendly. Or this coming contract will probably be player friendly as far as that's concerned. So, what's going to be important when it comes to the option of of Devin Singletary is going to be basically what number we get him in, and can we find somebody to support his play, his role on the field. Of course, we still have Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce is in his second year. Dameon Pierce didn't show us much this year. Matter of fact, Dameon Pierce was the starter to start the season, and by the end of the season, he couldn't even get on the field to get any carries, man. What happened to Dameon Pierce? I don't know, man. Like, it would be nice to get some, refreshment or for him to refresh whatever it was that he was giving us last year and be able to show exactly what he showed us last year and put that back out on the field. That would be dope. But for whatever reason, that wasn't the case this year. So now we got a whole off season for him to get that figured out, and maybe he can retain his position, or maybe he can regain his position, depending on what happens to Devin Singletary. But one thing that we definitely know is with how the football season goes, we've seen injuries come in. We've seen, Dameon Pierce go down, Devin Singletary come up, and we've seen that output on the field. But we absolutely know we need more than one running back on this team. Like, that's for sure. We absolutely know. Two things we know for sure. We need more than one running back. We need more than one wide receiver on this team in order for it to work. CJ did a lot of magic this year for sure. But we can't keep leaning on the fact that these guys are going to give us that same output time after time, week after week, man. So it would be nice for us to put a little bit more effort and energy into making, our running back a higher priority. And, hey, let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. So, hey, I'm going to keep this one short. I want to see what your input is about this, man. Who do you think is the best target for us to go after as far as a running back is concerned? What do you want to see happen in the free agent market, man? Give me your feedback, man. Give me your feedback. I love to talk it up with you guys and see how we can, make this info go, go back and forth. And maybe the Texans, maybe the Texans catch the wind of a little bit of this or something. I don't know, man. But, it's fun to chop it up and fun to get into this thing, man. So give me your feedback. I look forward to talking to you guys, man. And until next time, man, Texas Fan of Rehab, I'm out.